Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we discuss all things financial literacy. If you've got a Chase credit card and you've been dreaming about getting a massive credit limit increase without hurting your credit score, then this is the video for you. Today, I'm going to break down exactly how I did just that and how you can maximize your odds of approval and how you can use this strategy to potentially triple your credit limit while also improving your credit score at the same time. So if that sounds like your goal, hit that subscribe button right now because this video could literally raise your credit power overnight. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before you request a credit line increase, it's important to understand how Chase actually decides whether or not to give you one. Unlike some smaller banks, they don't rely just on your credit score, they look at the full picture. Their internal algorithm reviews several key factors, like your income, both taxable and non-taxable, your payment history, whether or not you pay on time every month, your existing debt, how much of your available credit you're using, your spending behavior, how often you use your card and for what kind of purchases, and the length of time that you had the account, and also how responsible you've been with managing that account. Think of Chase's approval process as a financial health checkup. They want to know that you can handle more credit without being a risk. And if you can demonstrate consistency, stability, and growth, you're already halfway to approval. Now that you know what Chase looks for, let's talk about how to actually make the request. There are 4 main ways that you can do this. Option number 1 is by phone. You can call the number on the back of your Chase credit card. If you don't mind talking to a representative, simply let them know that you're interested in requesting a credit limit increase. They'll walk you through the process and ask you for your updated income information. Word of caution though, when you call to request a credit limit increase, I did receive a hard inquiry on my TransUnion credit report for my personal card and then Experian for business. The credit bureaus that Chase pulls from can vary by state, even by specific card, so you always want to keep that in mind. I also want to point out that there has been some inconsistencies with this. I've had times where I didn't get a hard inquiry, times where I did. So always be sure to ask before you actually go through with the credit limit increase request. Option number 2 is through the Chase website. You can go to chase.com, log into your account, select your credit card, and click on More, then Account Services, and finally request a credit limit increase. However, if you don't see the account services option, you'll probably get a message that says credit limit increases aren't available on this account right now. We periodically review your account for limit increases. Updating your income, or if it's a business, your business revenue, helps us consider you for future offers. Again, if you see this option, it's okay. I'm going to walk you through steps that you can use to address this. Option number 3 is using the Chase mobile app. Now, this one's even easier. You open the app, you select your Chase card that you want to increase, you tap Manage Account, then tap Request a Credit Limit Increase. If you're eligible, you might see a pre-approved offer right there in the app. Or you select the Chase credit card in the app, click on Show Details, and you'll see the credit limit increase offer. If the offer is not there, once again, that's okay. Option number 4 is using the Secure Message Center. Now, this is the method that has worked best for me and many others, especially if the app or website gives you a message saying credit limit increase is not available at this time. So here's what you do. Go to the home page of your Chase app, tap the More icon, then select Secure Messages, and then tap New Message. You want to choose the topic, and you want to choose the option that says, I have a question about one of my accounts. Select the account, then pick Account Inquiry. In the message box, you'll write something like, Hi Chase, I'd like to request a credit limit increase on my Chase account ending in, and then you provide the 4 numbers that the card ends in. I've had this card for insert number of years or months. I always pay on time. I use it regularly. Could you please let me know if this request would result in a hard or soft pull before proceeding? Chase will also need a few key pieces of information before they can process your request. You can make it easier on them and speed up your approval by including all this information up front. That's going to be your employment status, whether you're employed, self-employed, unemployed, your total gross income, including all sources like your salary, side income, if you have any freelance work, or interest or dividends, rental income, anything like that, any reoccurring deposits like spouse or family support. You want to include your monthly housing payment if you have rent or if you have a mortgage, and then you want to include your requested total credit limit, which will be your current limit plus the amount you want to increase it by. And then I put an example here on screen. It's a format that you can copy. Just enter that same information like employment status, I'm self-employed, annual income $72,000, monthly household payment $1,200, request total limit $15,000. That's an example of how you would put this. Once you've sent your message, Chase will usually reply within 1 to 2 business days, and if approved, you'll see your new limit reflected in your account automatically. When I used this method, my Chase Unlimited card had a limit of $1,000, and I had the card for over 6 months. I always paid it on time, and I kept my credit utilization under 10%. My FICO score was around 750 at the time, and my annual income had recently increased to over $125,000. So I decided to aim high. I requested a new limit of $4,000, which was 4 times my existing one, and within 24 hours, I got the approval. It was no hard pull, no credit score drop, just a massive new limit that immediately boosted my total available credit. So let's discuss how you can dramatically improve your odds of approval by optimizing your profile before submitting your request. So here's what I recommend. Use your Chase card actively. Make at least 5 purchases per month to show consistent usage. Lenders love to see activity. You also want to pay on time every single month. Even one late payment can ruin your chances, and you want to keep your utilization low. Aim to use less than 10% of your available credit on each card, and you want to update your income in the app before requesting anything. If you've had a raise, side income, or a new job, you want to make sure that you include that. Maintain strong overall credit health. A 700 plus FICO score and a good mix of accounts with low DTI makes you an easy yes. If you check all those boxes, you'll look like the kind of customer that Chase wants to reward with higher limits. Now, just because you received a higher limit, it doesn't mean it's time to go on a shopping spree. The goal here isn't to spend more, it's to look stronger on paper. So here's what you should not do. Don't max out your new limit. Don't request increases too often. Chase doesn't publicly state an exact waiting period, but based on data and user reports, the sweet spot seems to be every 6 months. However, for me personally, I would do this every 90 days. If your income increases or your spending pattern changes, that's your cue to request another increase. Chase loves loyal, profitable customers, so the more you use your card responsibly, the more generous they tend to become. Don't start opening multiple new accounts right after. Think of your credit limit as a tool. You want to use it wisely to help your credit grow. If it's used recklessly, it can destroy years of progress. Let's say you're in a situation where Chase denies your request. Don't worry, here's how you bounce back. Chase's system often denies requests automatically, especially for new card holders or people with multiple Chase cards. But one phone call to the right department using the right verbiage can completely flip this outcome. You'll want to call Chase's lending department reconsideration line. Now that number should be 1-888-609-7805. If this video becomes outdated or this number doesn't work, please leave a comment below and correct that number. However, at the time of recording this video, this number should work. If you received a denial letter or anything in like an email, you want to get the reference number ready, and you can find that in the Chase app or your email or your online message center. If you want the best odds of approval, you have to set yourself up correctly. So here's what you should do before making that phone call. Make sure that you show consistent activity. Again, Chase wants to see a living, breathing card, not one that's collecting dust. You want to make sure that you used it regularly for expenses, whether that be gas, groceries, subscriptions, or a daily coffee run. Just aim for around 5 to 10 transactions a month. You just need to be able to show some good activity. Number 2, make multiple payments. Paying twice or more per month will signal strong cash flow, and it shows that you're in control and you're not living paycheck to paycheck. So if that card has a balance right now, I highly recommend that you make a payment before making this phone call. Number 3, keep utilization below 10%. This is crucial. If you're maxing out your card, Chase will see this as a high risk. Let your statement cycle close with less than 10% of your limit being reported. Number 4, update your income. Most people forget this step, but it is one of the biggest factors that Chase will use. You want to log into your account, go to your profile, and update income. A higher income will greatly increase your borrowing power instantly. Number 5, maintain your Chase relationship. If you have a Chase checking or savings account, keep it active and avoid overdrafts. If you have a business account, even better. The deeper your relationship, the more likely Chase will treat you like a long-term partner. Once you're connected to a representative, here is a simple script that you can use. You want to keep your tone calm, confident, never defensive, and remember, the rep on the other end can approve you for thousands in additional credit with just a few clicks. You can say something like, "Hi, I'm calling to request a credit limit increase on my Chase card. I've been using it as my primary card and running most of my spending through it lately. My income has also increased, so I expect my monthly usage to grow quite a bit. I also pay on time and try to keep my balances low, and I just want to make sure that my credit limit aligns with my current spending so I can continue managing my card responsibly." Again, you can freestyle that. It doesn't have to be that exactly, but you kind of see the point, right? You want to let them know that, hey, I want to request this increase because of all of these reasons. I can support these reasons. It's reflected in my account activity that you can see here, as well as my updated income. You just want to reiterate that you're using this more, and this is why you also need it. And you can let them know that you really value your relationship with Chase and you plan to keep growing with the bank. And you can insert products that you already have, like I have a credit card, a business account, checking, savings, business checking, savings, etc. Just mention all of that. And that's it. Short, respectful, and it shows the key traits that Chase loves: strong usage, growing income, and loyalty. So if you combine everything that we've talked about, here is a simple game plan. Month 1 through 3, use your Chase card for everyday spending. Maybe make 2 to 4 payments per month, keep utilization below 10%, update your income in your Chase profile, and when you're ready, request a credit limit increase using the various options that we discussed. Also, don't forget to always confirm whether it's a hard pull or a soft pull. It seems like maybe it's determined by the person you're talking to, or Chase seems to adjust this every once in a while, so always ask. For month number 4, if you were denied, call the reconsideration line and request a soft pull credit limit increase and use that script that we outlined. Month 5 through 6, you want to keep your usage consistent and your payments strong. It doesn't matter if you got approved or you didn't, you still want to do this. By month 7, you want to request another increase. Even if your last one was small, you want to make sure that you do this because each increase builds on the previous one. For months 8 through 12, you want to maintain perfect payment history and update your income again and show loyalty by using other Chase products. By the 1-year mark, you can realistically grow a $1,000 limit into $10,000. Trust me, I've done it myself, and you can do this across 1 or more Chase cards, and this goes for personal or for business. Now, let's put everything together. You want to use your card frequently, pay multiple times per month, keep utilization under 10%, update your income, and build a relationship. You want to start by using the secure message center. That is the most likely way that you'll be able to get a credit limit increase and no hard inquiry. You can also have someone look at your account without you having to just use an automated system. That is the way that I recommend. However, you want to call the reconsideration line if for some reason you do not get that approved. You can use the script that we outlined, and you want to repeat this every 90 days. Follow this rhythm and you'll turn your Chase card into a credit building machine, not only giving you higher limits, but also boosting your credit score through lower utilization. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. The goal isn't to use every dollar of your new limit. The goal is to strengthen your financial foundation. You want to increase your score and position yourself for future funding opportunities. Remember, banks reward responsibility, and when you prove that you can handle more, they want to give you more. So go through these steps carefully, use everything that we outlined, and if you found this guide helpful, please drop the word Chase in the comments so I know that you are my loyal viewer and you made it all the way to the end of this video. Also, drop what credit limit increase you were able to get and drop your data points below. Again, those types of comments help everyone in the community and it helps us grow. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.